Microsoft's announcing a new version of Windows on Thursday, and anticipation is already building. This new software, which is going to power all of those PCs out there, the non-Apple computers, is expected to be the first major update in 6 years. And though we don't know the name, the rumors on the internet have pegged it at Windows 11. And two YouTubers, Linus Tech Tips and Michael MJD, have actually gotten their hands on what appears to be a leaked version. Now, Microsoft already has a bunch of different features planned, including a new visual look and all sorts of other things, but we at CNET have a list of ideas that we hope Microsoft will listen to as well. You see, we all have a number of complaints that have popped up over the years that we'd really like to see Microsoft fix. If there's one thing we all experience with our computers, it's sitting around waiting for them to do their software updates, and it is annoying. There's got to be a better way, and Microsoft has been trying to fix it for years. Now, Apple and Samsung and a bunch of other companies have come up with ways to fix this with their own devices. In particular, being able to break up the updates and have them be smaller updates so they don't take as much time to install, or even doing a little bit of that work in the background, so all you have to do is just restart your computer when the time comes. Whatever Microsoft does, if they can fix that one thing, they are going to significantly improve a lot of people's lives, particularly when they turn their computer on after coming back from vacation. We always have to sit there and wait for the computer to do its thing before we can use it. Well, Microsoft, the ball's in your court. Please. Next, better system search. It just isn't what it needs to be. In a world where I can use Google and get stuff before I finish the snap of my fingers, it's almost embarrassing to sit there and wait for my computer to try and find a file or an app when I ask it to look for something. Worse, there are times when my computer can't even find a file I know is sitting there. So this has gotta get fixed. Now, don't get me wrong, Apple's Macs sometimes struggle with this too, but they're not even in the same league. Microsoft has got to revamp this feature. Next up, a better control panel. Now, I know this is a little nerdy, but the settings on our computers are something that we all have to interact with at one point or another, and the control panel on Microsoft Windows is horrific, in part because there are two of them. Yes, two. And they look different too. They do slightly different things, so you end up going to one of them thinking you'll be able to change some system setting, only to realize it's in the other one. And God help you if you end up trying to figure out how to go between the two of them. Look, I've been using Windows almost daily since before the internet was a thing, and even I can't remember where all of this stuff is. It needs to be fixed. Finally, make it easier to remove an app. Look, when I want to delete an app off of my phone or tablet, I hold down my finger on the app and then I push that little X and it goes away. But on a computer, it's nothing like that. I have to fish for an uninstall app, or I might have to go into my control panel, if I can figure out which one to go into, and delete it that way. Not to mention, it takes forever for an app to uninstall. You just sit there waiting for the bar to fill up and finish, and meanwhile you're twiddling your thumbs, thinking about your future and your life and where you're headed and whether you're happy with all that, and it just isn't fair. Even on an Apple computer, typically all I have to do is select the app and drag it to the trash. But that's not at all what life is like on Windows, and it should be. So that's it. If you're listening, Microsoft engineers, I love your work, but please just make life a little easier and listen to us just this once.